Hello, and welcome to my new YouTube channel called Automiz, which talks about automation, optimization, and the various methods and tools for improving productivity in a concrete way. This first video is devoted to a brief presentation of Arc Browser on Windows. I've been lucky enough to be invited to test Arc Browser for a few weeks now, and I wanted to make a video to show the current differences between the Windows and Mac versions. The first time you start Arc Browser, you get this little animation. It's very important to note that even if you get the Arc Browser installation binary, you'll need to register before you can use it. If your email address is not one authorized to access Arc, you won't be able to access the browser. So there's currently no point in having the installation binary if you haven't received your validation email from the Arc Browser team. I didn't record this, but I registered with the email I was invited to. Now you have two Arc browsers on the screen, Arc on Mac on the left and Arc on Windows on the right. On my laptop, Arc on Windows works through the Parallels virtual environment because it is easier to compare the two versions on the same screen. But this version is the same. If you have Arc on a classic Windows 11, Arc Browser has all the basic functionalities of a Chromium-based browser, such as profiles, bookmarks, Chrome Store extensions, and so on. So I won't be presenting its native features, but rather focusing on the differences between the Arc Browser version on Mac OS and the Windows version. In terms of version as of February 23, 2024, Arc on Mac is version 1.31.0. While on Windows, we're on version 0.10. The Windows version is still in beta, and only very few users have access to it. To find out how far Arc has been deployed on Windows, you can go to isarconwindowsyet.com, which shows the number of users on board Arc Windows. As you can see, there are just over 50,000 at the moment. If you scroll down a little on this page, you'll see the various features currently available on Arc. You'll find the list of features that exist today, features that will be deployed soon, and finally, everything that's a little bit in the backlog, meaning features that are planned but have no release date yet. Don't hesitate to join the waitlist, as it can take several months before you receive the email to use Arc on Windows. I'll be trying to get Arc Browser invitations, so don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel and comment to get access to Arc on Windows. To open a tab on Arc Mac is Option T. On Windows, it's the same thing, but with Control T. A very useful feature is Split View, which lets you view two tabs side by side. For example, we open the Wikipedia tab. On the Mac, you can position the tab and put it on top, and it will work. On the Windows side, it works the same way. You can also create spaces. A space is a separate navigation area which allows you to manage several distinct sessions with dedicated tabs, making it easier to navigate between accounts. This feature allows you to categorize tabs into different spaces, for instance, separating personal from work tabs or grouping tabs related to a specific project. Each space has its own pinned section, themes, and icon. The only thing the spaces share are favorites. Let's create a space on Mac and name it Space 2. Let's create the same space on Windows. You can switch from one space to another, but on Windows, you don't have the option of defining an icon, which can make navigation complex. However, it's probably only a matter of time before the Arc team integrates this feature. Now we come to the missing features on Arc Windows. To date, Arc on Windows lacks the easel, notes, and boost functionalities that are Arc's flagship features. On Windows, the library is limited to archived tabs, which are simply the last tabs closed. All ArcMax functions are available on the Mac. On Windows, however, it doesn't yet exist. With this very quick tour of Arc on Windows, we can sum up that the Windows version is, for the moment, a Chromium browser with a new graphical interface, with a few interesting features. For the majority of users, I'm not sure that the current version of Arc on Windows has enough features to be game changer. However, it should also be noted that this version is still in beta, and given the intensive pace at which the Arc browser team is rolling out new features, it's highly likely that in the next few months or even weeks, Arc browser on Windows will catch up on its main features. However, it's fair to ask whether the Windows version will eventually have equal functionality, or whether the Mark version will always be far ahead.